So right before right before I had met Emily, but we weren't married. We had the biggest party at the Slammer, which is my house, that we had ever had. We had a couple of previous parties. One where a guy wanted to do an act that he hadn't done had never done in the United States. He used to do back in South America, where he was from, where he nailed his penis to a board and then dragged a cart with it. And we did that party, which I'll tell about another time. There's a couple funny stories from that, including my little person friend, and then I got detained at one of the hotels here. Then we had another party where we all got a huge number of people and then took turns wrestling naked in cornstarch. And then the party I want to talk about was Extreme Elvis. And Extreme Elvis, his slogan was, "Every generation gets the Elvis they deserve." And he was an Elvis impersonator with a fabulous voice. Most Elvis impersonators, that's where they fall down, because Elvis Presley had a wonderful voice, was a fabulous singer, and the Elvis impersonators kind of sort of forget that, think it was sideburns and glasses or something. This guy, Matt, who did Extreme Elvis, was not mostly an Elvis impersonator. He was a performance artist, and a nutty one who got arrested everywhere he played, because he was enormously fat, which he was for the character. And you don't believe that, but the character he's doing now, he's trimmed down tremendously for his Uncle S&M act he's doing about U.S. with Israel. Maybe Israel's the dominant and he's the submissive or something, is Uncle Sam. But he wanted to be skinny like Uncle Sam, so he's working on that. And now he's doing some sort of other nutty thing. But Matt was this really extreme theater guy and did Extreme Elvis, where he was enormously fat and he has a very, very small penis. And the reason I know that is because he strips completely naked. So he's singing like Elvis, and he's enormously fat with a very small penis, and he will perform naked. And then, as though that wasn't enough, as though you're not now going, boy, I sure wish I'd been to that party, he then often urinates on the audience. So there's fat, small-dicked, pissing Elvis. And that was a party I had at my house. We had about 250 people, and we had I think it was 6 bands that played before Extreme Elvis, and Extreme Elvis went on 2 in the morning. And keep in mind, there's no drugs or alcohol ever at my house. So this is 250 stone cold sober people. And we had a big stage and lights and everything. It was beautiful. And we had Michael Godot cooked, peanut butter, deep fat fried peanut butter and bacon sandwiches. There was bacon all over. It was an Elvis theme. And Matt came out and did his Extreme Elvis thing. And the first set he did, he had backing singers and a whole band and a whole electric. He did Suspicious Minds and had his monologue stuff that he did. And sure enough, there was pee and there was naked and there was small dicks, which is really funny because Ron Jeremy was one of the guests at the party. So I have naked pictures of Ron Jeremy on one side of me and Extreme Elvis on the other. So you have the range of penis size. And at the end of that, this is going to get around to baptism. He decided for the second set we would turn off all the power at the Slammer. So all the power, not just non-electric, but just all the power. So there's no lights, nothing at the Slammer, just dark, completely dark. And then we had some tiki lamps, so it went to lit. And his second set, he came out naked, and the band had acoustic instruments, and we put them on. I have a pool at the Slammer, kind of a lap pool. And we put the backup singer and the guitar players on air mattresses floating in the pool. So it was completely acoustic. And then Extreme Elvis, who'd been doing this very confrontational, very kind of angry, pissing on the audience stuff. He got into the pool naked as Elvis, with his sideburns were not just glued on; he'd grown them, and his fabulous voice, and the guitar player on an air mattress, and the backup singer on an air mattress, and then I got in the pool too, and all these people. Extreme Elvis decided to have an atheist baptism, and he'd gone on at like 2 in the morning, so it was almost dawn when it was darkest, right before the dawn, and people just came into the pool. It was really beautiful because the first set he had done the later Elvis, the Vegas Elvis, and this set he did like Love Me Tender, and then like an acoustic version of Suspicious Minds, We Can't Go On, and because we're in the water, I could get him on my shoulders. The water would come up to here, and so I could take his weight, although I believe he weighed more than me, take his weight on my shoulders. So I have Elvis, fat Elvis, naked on my shoulders, and people singing, "Oh dear, it's a really good story, and this can't go on." That'll stop ringing. We did this whole atheist baptism. People came in as the sun was coming out, and pretty soon we had, well, not everybody, of course, but probably 100 people in the pool, and singing, "Love Me Tender" and all these Elvis tunes, and then sang "Kumbaya," which was on one level a joke, making fun of the whole hippie togetherness, and on another level, absolutely that was the feeling of the whole thing. And we didn't really plan it, Matt and I, as an atheist baptism, but it kind of sort of turned into that. So I was baptized at First Congo Church when I was a baby, and I was baptized here at the Slammer as an atheist by a fat Elvis impersonator on my shoulders in a pool with all my friends around singing. It was a pretty beautiful thing. Now, some of these Penn says, you kind of go, well, he's not that crazy, he kind of makes sense, but I realize as I'm telling this story that this comes off maybe a little really crazy.